Discover the authority by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your boy Positive B. White, and we are back. We are back for another edition of Positive Mind Saturdays with your boy Positive B. White. We are here at 101 TK, the People's Plug. I'm locked in with my boy Nelson, as always, doing this thing on the sound. We got a great show today. I'm really super excited. I can't wait to bring in my first guest. But what I like to do, I like to start the show off, of course, with a positive affirmation. And this positive affirmation comes from one of my boys, Mr. Kevin Voyne, Elder Kevin Voyne, we like to call him. But he sent me this yesterday morning, and I want to share this with listeners because I think that it's a very unique and positive message and a quick way to keep yourself inspired as you battle those issues day to day, week to week, month to month, and year to year. So it's going to go a little bit like this. The word amen has a unique acronym that he sent me, and it's very interesting because it's something easy that you can keep with you and use while you're on the go. When you're traveling in the car, you know, if you're listening to the radio, anytime you just need something quick. So let me just share this with you all. Amen. The word amen. We all use this word, you know, most of the time after we finish a prayer or we get a big blessing or something good happens. We give a quick, amen, man. I appreciate that, God. So this is very special to me because I use this word a lot. When I'm in traffic, when I get through traffic and I'm delayed and I make it to where I'm trying to go, I go, oh, amen, God. I appreciate you for that. So anyway, the word agree with God. The word M, move with God. The word E, end with God. And last but not least, N, never doubt God. Never doubt God. So that's something that you can use real quick and easy, acronym for the word amen. So today's show is very special. Like I said, we got two amazing guests coming in. But my first guest will be Joi, and Joi is actually an airline pilot. So with all the things that's been going on lately, you know, I'm sure you've heard the news and watched the news. So Joi is an airline pilot who's going to come in and share some insight about her as a pilot and some of the safety protocols she follows to make sure her travelers and customers are safe while they're in her hands. So she's going to come in. I think that's going to be a very dope interview, and we're going to learn a lot, and we're going to have some fun. As always, I like to have a lot of fun with my guests. And then on the back end, I got my boy Jerome Beezer coming through. Jerome is an actor. You've seen him in P-Valley. You've seen him in Atlanta on FX, and he's got several projects he's working on. So I can't wait to lock in with him so we can see what all he's got going on. So y'all stay with me. Be sure to download the 101 TK radio app on your phone. You can even call in a little bit later on. We're going to open up the phone line so you can call in with your questions. But just remember, download that app. This is 101 TKO Radio, the People's Plug, and this is Positive Mind Saturdays with your boy Positive B. White. We'll be right back. Y'all stay locked in with us. We'll be right back soon. morning and welcome back. It's your boy Positive B White. I'm here of Positive Mind Saturdays with your boy Positive B White. Oh yeah, we rocking and rolling this morning. I'm feeling good. I got some sleep last night, so it's always about getting good sleep and getting good rest. And we got a pilot in the building who I'm pretty sure her job requires her to get a lot of rest as well. So I want to welcome my guest, Miss Joy. How we doing this morning?
I am excellent. I'm pumped to be here.
Oh man.
Again, thanks is awesome, and I'm so proud of you.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate that. And we've known each other for a while.
Yes.
And it's like kind of like almost like a family reunion in a sense.
It is.
So
It is.
it feels good. So welcome to Positive Mind Saturdays. I'm so excited to have you. And during this climate, I'm sure your job is very a difficult job to do anyway. But with all the things going on, I just want to say I appreciate you because I've never had a bad experience. Well, I had one experience on a flight where it was a little bit of turbulence, but it wasn't too bad. It scared the crap out of everybody for 2 seconds, and then
Yeah. I bet.
after that initial scare, I was okay. But I haven't had an issue since.
Good.
So I want to first invite you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Of course.
I appreciate you taking the time to come out. So, of course, our listeners, they love pilots because, like myself, we travel all the time. And I just want to get started. So first and foremost, I just want to know, like, what made you want to become a pilot? It's such a exhilarating career.
Yeah, it is. It's I say it's a fun career, which is why I got into it. So a little bit about my background. I was always an adventurous kid, right?
Yeah.
I was that person looking at up in the sky, looking at airplanes, and my family, or my mom and dad, they took notice of this. And so a seed was planted when I was a kid. So my dad saw that I loved airplanes. He worked on the flight line. So he'd take my siblings and I, put us behind these large military aircrafts, and that's where the seed was planted. Fast forward a few years later, after I graduated from college, that bug was still in me, or that seed was still in me. It just needed to grow. And so my mom, full of wisdom, I told her, I was like, hey, I know I just graduated from school, but I still have this desire to want to learn how to fly.
Yeah.
Very expensive. And so she said, well, why don't you become a flight attendant, see if you like the industry, see if flying, if something, the scheduling is something that you like and can get used to, and kind of just get your foot in the door, meet people, and ask questions. And that's exactly what I did. I became a flight attendant, and I met wonderful people, my mentors. I joined organizations, met like-minded people, and to make a long story short, I put myself as a flight attendant from the back of the airplane to the front of the airplane.
I love that. Our guests love that too. From the back of the airplane to the front of the airplane.
Yes.
That is awesome. What a cool transition.
Yes, it was. It wasn't an easy feat. It was challenging.
I bet.
But I have a very supportive family. My husband, very supportive. He has been with me since I was a flight attendant, and he knew I had that desire to want to become a pilot. So it was important for me to be with someone who supported my dreams and goals. Like I support his, and so
Absolutely.
he helped make it happen. He backed me completely, and that's what it takes. It just takes a person believing in you. My husband believed in me. My family believed in me, and it was, like I said, it wasn't an easy feat. I did a lot of my training in Pompano Beach, Florida. You know, I lived here, born and raised. I'm AT alien, but I did a lot of my training in Florida because I wanted to go to a really good flight school in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
So I bought a bike while I was in training and had an Airbnb. So I would travel in my little bicycle from my Airbnb to flight training and back. And I did this for, until I was able to acquire those ratings. So.
Oh, wow.
And it was worth it in the end.
Oh, man. And then how was man, I can't turn down Florida. I mean,
You're right.
the weather, man, like sunshine and sunny weather. And because I hate the cold. I ain't even going to lie to you. I do not like cold.
Same.
It just wears on me. So that's an interesting story. So how long you been flying? How long you been so I know you started off as a flight attendant. So how long have you been officially a pilot?
I have been flying professionally for the past 10 years.
Ooh,
So I
10 years in
started,
the game.
yeah, but in total, I love that. In total, 20 years. So I count when I first got my private pilot's license to
Hmm.
now. So 20 years, but flying passengers, flying professionally,
Hmm.
making money the past 10 years.
Oh, nice. That is
Yeah.
awesome. And then, like I said, it's it seems like such a cool job. And if I could do it all over again, if I was like coming out of high school and said, man, what, let me try to go to the military, maybe the Air Force, preferably the Air Force, and
Yep.
see if I can get my pilot's license. And
Yeah.
but hindsight is always 2020, and
Look
you
at
know,
you now, though.
yeah. So, but it's cool because I love what I do. I
Yeah.
enjoy having people come in and vibe out with me, and it's not every day you get to have a cool conversation with a pilot.
Yes, I appreciate this, and I always want to inspire young boys and girls,
Oh, absolutely.
um, and kind of pique their interest in my
Hmm.
field because you don't see a lot of women, number one, and
Hmm.
then black women, black men in the industry.
Yeah.
We make up a very small percentage of pilots,
Hmm.
and so if I can inspire and share with young people the aviation industry, about the aviation industry, not just being a pilot, but an air traffic controller, a flight attendant. It's a wonderful industry. I mean, you can fly. You can fly for free.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Traveling is where it's at.
Oh, traveling is where it's at. So since we're on the topic of traveling, as a pilot, I know you all have a hectic schedule. You're up and down, up and down.
Yep.
This off day, coming back in, coming back off this off day. And I took my daughter to the flight museum yesterday.
Oh,
So
nice.
so we got a chance to go in the retired 747,
Oh
and
my
I let
goodness.
Hunter just walk around, and she basically around the plane like I don't know what it looks like. So I
Yeah.
just let her just have fun, and
Oh, that's
she
so
made me put
amazing.
my seatbelt on and told her,
Safety first.
yeah, safety
Dad, first
first.
safety
So
first.
it was a cool experience. So speaking of traveling as a pilot, what is your, and I know this question may be kind of difficult for you to answer, but what's your favorite destination over a 10 to 20 year span? What has been your favorite destination to travel to?
I am based in Miami, and a lot of
Oh,
my
nice.
routes, yeah.
That's
Speaking of
cool
Florida,
right there. Like, God dang, Miami.
yeah. Speaking of Florida, it's yeah. So I'm based in Miami, and a lot of my routes are South America
Okay.
routes, and so I find myself a lot in Lima, Peru, which has become a very one of my favorite
Oh, I
destinations.
gotta get to Lima. That's on my hit list.
Yes,
Wow.
Lima is beautiful. It's clean. Peruvians are kind people. There's so much to do. A fun fact about Peru: it was built on the desert, so it's behind Cairo in Egypt. So Lima was built like in a desert, and it comes number two to being one of the cities built, in a desert. So I thought, yeah, that's really cool. Behind Cairo in Egypt, of course.
Okay.
But there's plenty to do. The food is amazing. Every time I'm there, I probably gain about 2 to 3 pounds
There we go.
because I'm just.
It's all about the food. It's
It's
all
all about the food
about
when you
the
travel.
food.
Yes,
It's all about the food.
absolutely. The ceviche, the dragon fruit. I
Hmm.
mean, I go to town. But not only that, so last year I took a surf lesson
Oh, wow.
because
Surfing.
surfing is
Surfing on the water.
yes,
Swag surfing.
yes, it was so much fun. It's the
Nice.
surfing capital of the world,
Oh, I didn't know
Lima,
that.
Peru. Yeah, and so I've always wanted to do it. It was a
Hmm.
bucket list thing. Great workout. It's
Oh,
super
I bet.
challenging.
Oh, yeah. A lot of cardio.
Yes, my whole body was sore the next day. I'm like, what?
Nothing like some good fun, though, on the water.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing. My instructor was a world renowned surfer. So he surfs all over the world,
Oh, wow.
Peruvian, and he helped me just body the water, right?
Oh,
So
wow.
we were out there for about 2 hours, and it took me probably an hour and a half to kind of, you know, get get it down pat.
Yeah.
Because what's challenging is getting up on the surfboard, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
you're laying there, you're paddling,
I
you're,
can
you're trying
imagine.
to find a wave. He's trying to talk you through it. It's
Mhm.
loud with the waves crashing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
once you get on that surfboard, yes. But it was a lot of fun. Lima is incredible. So if that's a desirable beautiful place, then I suggest you book a trip.
Oh, that's genius. Hey,
Yeah.
Nelson, how does a trip to Lima sound? Oh man, that would be awesome, man. Oh man, we got to get to Lima, man. That'd be awesome. That's on my bucket list.
Yep.
It was definitely one on my hit list, but that flight, well, the flight that we use is oftentimes payload optimized, and for those who don't know what that is, it's just if the aircraft is too heavy, they can only take a certain amount of passengers.
That's right.
So they have cargo, fuel. If they can't work it out with everybody, then they have to leave some people behind. So that was one of the issues with that Lima flight. But I'm gonna go.
Yes, and when
We're
you
gonna go.
I'll text you a lot of things to do.
Oh yeah,
My favorite restaurants and just a lot of cool activities.
I would love
Let
that.
me know.
So as a pilot, and this is gonna be, this is gonna. I hope this puts a smile on your face. So, as I have to give myself the title, the award of being the best passenger of 2024. I think. Oh
Yay!
yeah,
I wanna
yeah.
hear it.
I mean, I get on the plane and I'm like a seasoned vet. I get on
Yeah.
the plane, I can find my seat. I put my bags in the overhead
Oh,
bin
love
by
that for you.
myself. The flight attendant says, "You need help?" No, I got it. I got everything under control. I get in the seat. I
Yeah.
can put my seatbelt on.
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
the best passenger rider of 2024 is this guy right here.
You know what? And that's all we're looking for.
Oh yeah.
We want those passengers who know what they're doing, get on, put their luggage where it's supposed to be, kind of like a book. What do the flight attendants say? Stack it like a bookshelf, like
Yeah.
on a bookshelf.
Yeah.
Stack it like a book on a bookshelf. And find your seat and sit down so we can get this plane
Oh,
moving.
man,
We
I'm
want to
that-
get there on time.
I'm that guy, man. I am so happy to have that crown. I mean, I think I'm gonna do it
Yes.
again in 2025.
Yeah,
I'm going for it again.
You got this.
So when we enter the plane, and I'm sure a lot of the listeners would probably agree with this, our interaction with the pilots is usually a nice wave.
Yep.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome. Such and such. Now we see you all sitting in the cockpit,
Yep.
and you all are you look so engaged. You know, it looks like you all are pressing buttons and reading assignments and organizing things and
Yep.
picking routes. So what the crap are you all doing up there in the cockpit pre-flight?
Yeah. So I love that question. That's a really good question. So a lot goes in. I say our heaviest workload is on the ground right before we take off, right?
Wow. Okay.
So I'll kind of paint a picture. First and foremost, we want to be fit to fly before we get into a flight deck. So make sure we're good to go, properly rested. When we get to the airplane, we look out the window, make sure it's properly chalked, and that air is being, integrated into the airplane for the comfortability of the passengers. And then once I get to the plane, I do a pre-flight walk around.
Okay,
Make
I see
sure,
that.
yeah, my aircraft is in an airworthy condition. Once it's time to kind of get the ball rolling, passengers are boarding the aircraft. We're up there talking about reviewing maintenance logs. We're talking about the flight. We're talking about the weather. We're reviewing the flight plan, and a lot goes into to being a pilot, and a lot goes into taking off. We do a lot of the planning before we take off. So we're up there running checklists and making sure we're doing everything we're supposed to be, because safety is our number one priority.
I like it.
Yeah.
Safety first, and you gotta have that safety first on those flights. So I'm gonna ask one more question before we go to break, and this will be quick. What's the longest flight you've ever took as a pilot? What's the longest flight you've taken?
I'd say my Lima flight.
Okay.
So from Miami to Lima, Peru, it's about depending on tailwinds or headwinds, the longest flight. I'd say it's about 6 hours.
About 6 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yep.
awesome. That is awesome, and I can't wait to get back in. We're gonna take a short break, and we're gonna go pay some bills and do all those things and check our T's and dot our I's. So we'll be back shortly. Y'all stay locked in with us. We got Joi here. She's a pilot, and we're gonna ask her some more questions when we come back. Y'all stay locked in. Positive Mind Saturdays over here at 101 TKO Radio. We'll be back soon. Welcome back. We are here for Positive Mind Saturdays at 101 TKO Radio. Welcome back, listeners. If you missed the first segment, we basically went over some things that pre-flight safety protocols, how long she's been flying, her favorite travel destination to get to, which was on my list to travel to. So we got Joy in the building.
Thank you for having me, Brandon. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, and I'm so happy to have you. And of course, we spoke a little bit off air, but I'm super excited for you because the listeners are probably gonna be super excited. But you got a book coming out. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about it. So, I've been working on a book called Landing Your Dreams.
Okay.
And the book, I share my 5 Ps. First, I share a little bit about my journey on how I became an airline pilot, a fitness coach, and how I pretty much gotten everything that I wanted, the desires of my heart, right? And so in the book, I give 5 things to do as my 5 Ps. So number 1, prayer meditation.
Prayer and meditation.
So you want to ask the Lord to let His will be done, right, in your life. And you want to meditate on these things. You want to meditate on exactly what He says, like His promises, right?
Absolutely.
When you do that, you want to put number 2, pen to paper. So you want to write down exactly what you want, what it's like. If you want to be a writer, an author, you write down the name of the book, when you want it to come out. If you want to be an actress or anything, you write what kind of acting you want to do, who you want to meet on a piece of paper. And what I do, I sleep on top of my goals and dreams. Like, I'll put it under my mattress.
what an interesting technique.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you want to put pen to paper. You want to write down your short-term plans, your long-term plans, and be very, very specific on what you want in life. Okay? And then number 3 is picture yourself. So once you've written everything down, you want to picture yourself doing the very thing that you want to do.
Right.
For instance, I didn't realize I was doing this in my late 20s, early 30s. I would actually envision myself doing what it is that I want to do. For instance, and I talk about this in my book, my mom and I loved watching TV together.
Awesome.
Rest in peace, mother. Rest in peace. She's
Rest in
in
peace.
heaven, rejoicing. But we shared a love for commercials. I know this. So every time we saw a funny commercial, we would rewind it and we watch it again and we'd laugh. And I told her, I said, Mom, I was like, I'm going to be in a commercial one day.
Yeah.
And so I spoke it, I put it out there, and I pictured myself being in a commercial, right?
Yeah.
Several years later, that fell into my lap because I pictured myself, and it's the power of just kind of manifestation, right?
Manifestation.
You want to live that thing that you want. So I was in a Ford commercial. It was Born to Roll campaign, and I played a fighter pilot in the commercial. So
wow. How exhilarating.
Yeah, I was one of the co-stars. It was 3 young ladies, 3 Black women, and unique careers, and we're giving the audience a taste of what we do while driving an awesome car forward, right?
Yeah.
And so I did that commercial. That's just the power of just picturing yourself doing the very thing that you want to do. And then number 4 is you want to put it to play. So you want to do something every single day to get to that goal. I don't care how small it is. If you want to lose those last 10 pounds after baby, do something, go for a walk the next day.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Cut out sugar.
Absolutely.
Cut out in your drinks. Don't drink Diet Coke. If you want a Coke, drink a regular. I mean, you want to cut out sugar. Coke is bad for you, but do something very, very, very small to get you to that desired goal. And then number 5 is pivot. So if anything happens on your course of navigating your dreams, and it kind of an issue gets you off course, then you just pivot. You have a plan B in mind. And you don't stumble, you don't fall, lose your footing.
Yeah.
You know in the back of your mind that I will get here. I will get to my final destination. Just have to pivot a little bit. And I explain exactly how to do that in the book.
Oh,
And,
that's powerful. That is powerful. The 5 P's
Yeah.
to get to success. I love those.
Thank you.
Those are absolutely awesome. Writing the goals down, and then
Yes.
just that sleeping with your goals.
It's a game changer.
What a way to manifest.
I even do it for my son. If he says, "Mom, I want to be an entrepreneur," like he wants to be he's a little entrepreneur, right?
There we go.
He's
We're gonna train him up.
You're
We're
right.
gonna train him up.
He's going to a little entrepreneur conference at the end of the month, and I said, "Okay, well, Jace, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna write down your goals. We want to write down exactly how many products you want to sell at your little convention, and then I put it under his mattress, and we're gonna watch it manifest and come to life. We're gonna watch it come to fruition."
Oh man, that is so powerful and such great knowledge. So I can't wait for the book to drop. So for the listeners listening, what's the expected release date for the book?
I plan to have the book out summer of this year, of 2025.
Okay.
So beginning of June.
Okay, so
Yeah.
starting in June, and we spoke about a website that
Yes.
you want to have people come check out so they can learn more about the book. What's that website?
It's Joi Right High, so it's a little bit of play on words. My name is Joy, but without the Y. It's Joi, as
Okay.
in India, Joi, ridehigh.com. And so you'll learn more about the book, the drop date. You'll be able to pre-order it if you so choose. I'd say definitely, it's definitely something that you want to have in your arsenal of books after your book,
Yeah.
which I cannot wait to read.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You definitely want to read Landing Your Dreams. It will change your life.
Yeah.
Like it's changed my life and then many of my mentees. So.
Oh, that's gonna be a unique game changer. I can't wait for that book to drop, and then just please make sure I get a copy,
Of course.
and we can do a book swap or however you want to do it.
Yes, and on top of that, I do have a hat line coming out too.
Nice.
I'm wearing this now,
I see
Faith Over
it.
Fear.
Faith Over
right?
Fear.
And so inside the hat is satin for my ladies with straight hair, curly hair. It just protects our crown with the satin on the inside. So I have a
Nice.
line coming out in other merch. So be on the
Nice.
lookout for that. Exciting things
Awesome.
happening.
Now, are these hats just for women, or is it going to be
For men too.
Okay,
Yep,
great.
yep.
Now, I don't have to worry about hair, so will it be
But-
comfortable enough for me to wear?
Yes, yes, because the satin it's so silky on the
Yes.
inside. It just kind of cools your head.
Oh yeah.
And it's a game changer.
Oh man, bald head. We love the cool down in the summertime.
My husband is bald, so he wears them.
Shout out to the bald men out there. man.
Yes.
We need
Yes,
love too.
I know.
We need
you guys,
love
and you
too.
guys rock the bald head. Good.
I appreciate that. You getting cool points. So that's awesome. So and then you got the book coming out. When you're gonna drop it? We got the website, and then so a pilot with the book is an awesome combination. So
Thank
as a pilot, this is a question that I wanted to ask you last time or the earlier session. So what do you prefer? Because at one point I think were you flying cargo?
Not cargo. I fly passengers.
Okay.
So the difference between a person that flies passengers, I would fly your family member, your mom,
Right.
dad. Shout out to Mama White.
Yeah, shout out Mama White.
Hunter, your daughter,
Yeah.
your loved ones, to birth parties,
Absolutely.
to weddings,
Yes.
to vacation, and then a
Yes.
cargo pilot simply flies your cargo, your Christmas gifts, your birthday gifts. So that's the pilots who work for the UPSs and the FedEx.
Yes, FedEx. So would you ever prefer that, or do you like actually the passenger side of it?
I like the passenger side of it.
Great.
I'm such a people person. I meet incredible people
Yeah.
in what I
absolutely.
do. Boys and girls who come visit me in the flight deck. That's what I wanted to talk about on the last segment, is that I love the fact that little boys and little girls come into the flight deck,
Yeah.
and I get to share with them my love of aviation and tell them, hey, and talk to their mom and dad, hey, look into, a career.
Yeah.
I know they're 12, 13, 14, 15,
Absolutely.
but this is an awesome career, and it affords me to travel with my family. It affords me to have the flexibility to write a book.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
to do things that I love outside of the flight deck, like mentor, coaching, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So we touched on a lot of topics today, and I had an absolute blast just learning all the information that pilots, pre-flight stuff that you all do, and learning your favorite destination. You got a book coming out. I mean, you're just absolutely awesome. You was
Aw.
doing some surfing,
Yeah.
and and then
Yes.
we're gonna talk some food, Lima, Peru, because I want to make that trip. So when I make
Absolutely.
that trip happen, I want to get your expertise on some good food spots because it's all
Got
about
it.
the food.
It's all about the food.
You gotta eat.
Yes.
You gotta eat.
Yes. You have to have a sophisticated palate. You have to try foods from everywhere. That's the most important part. I mean, food is life.
It's all about the food.
It is all about the food. Oh, and in that book, I will be giving some incredible recipes for my
Yes.
ladies who love to eat like me. I love junk food, but I show you,
Me too.
right? I show you how to create junk food and make it healthy.
Oh wow.
So it's a
Yeah.
healthier uh, piece of, let's just say, like cake,
Okay.
right? I'll
Right.
show you how to, make the cake or the pie using cleaner ingredients, so you keep your shape.
And then you know what? I love cake.
You do?
I love cake. I love junk food. And it's so bad. I mean, it's not. Well, it is bad, but
It's okay to eat
why-
it in moderation.
Yeah, moderation. But why does all the bad stuff have to taste so good?
I know, but I show women how to make it taste just as good. If you love Taco Bell, Del Taco, I'll show you how to create the perfect taco where it's cleaner, and it tastes better than your
your
junk stuff.
traditional thing.
Yeah.
So we touched on a lot, and then I think I saw you. Were you on a show or something?
Yeah, I was on the mole back in the day.
Oh man, how? And then real quick, let's touch on that. How was that experience for you?
It was fun. It was
Great.
fun. I'd always wanted to visit Australia, and
Oh,
it
it's in
was
Australia.
yeah, it was filmed in Australia for 14 weeks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I was all over the place, all over the place.
So it's all over in Australia,
Yeah.
different parts of Australia.
Yeah, Brisbane, Queensland, Noosa. We were all over the place. I mean,
Wow.
it was quite an experience. I really learned what it takes to produce a show. It's work.
Oh yeah, I would absolutely imagine. I can absolutely imagine that. A lot of work goes into it, but
Yeah.
I watched a couple episodes and I actually enjoyed. I said, look at Joy out there doing her thing. It's always good to see people you grew up with and see them flourishing and doing those things. So it's all good. So once again, it was such a pleasure to have you. Now, before we get out of here, I want to give you the opportunity to let everybody know where they can find you, how they can get in contact with you.
Yeah.
Let's give them the website again,
Okay.
so they can get your book when it comes out. So yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so my website is Joi ridehigh.com.
Okay.
You can find me on Instagram at the Joi Schweitzer. So if you just put in the words the Joy, my picture will come right up in uniform because my last name is pretty long.
Yeah.
And then I am on TikTok. I love TikTok. I'm a TikToker.
I know TikTok. Shout out to TikTok.
Yeah, so I'm Joi Ride High on TikTok, and you can find me on those platforms.
Okay. Well, shout out to Joy. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Oh
This
man,
was a
round of
blast.
applause. Yeah, we had a good time, and I always like to have people come on down to the station and share what they got going on, because
Yep.
so many of my friends have things going on, and sometimes they just need a little push to
Oh, yeah.
to help get them out there so we can advertise them and promote them, because that's what it's all about.
That's what it's about.
That's what I love to do, is promote individuals, staying positive, and then I got a awesome sound engineer back there who makes everything
out to
sound
Nelson,
good.
yes.
And then I just want to say thank you for coming down. So hopefully we can do a part 2
I would love that.
once the book drops.
Yes.
So we can put out some more. But once again, I want to thank you for
Thank
joining me
you.
for
Yes.
Positive Mind Saturdays on this wonderful Saturday morning with great weather.
Yes, beautiful. Today is gorgeous.
Yeah, so shout out to the great weather, and we are going to take another break, and then we will have our next guest come on a little bit later on. So y'all stay locked in with me. It's your boy Positive B White, and this is Positive Mind Saturdays at 101 TKO Radio. Y'all stay locked in.
Major move right here, baby. You gotta get with it.